don't allow outside influences to make you feel bad or to make you second guess or justify yourself. Don't work with people who don't see your value. At the end of the day, don't work with them. Don't be discouraged at all. Who is for you will find you. Welcome to the Friends in Beauty Podcast, a safe space for ambitious beauty industry creatives to have real talk, get real answers, and practical tools to grow their businesses. My name is Akua Robinson, and I'm a makeup artist, beauty educator, and the creator of Friends in Beauty. I created Friends in Beauty to support like-minded creatives just like you on their quest to connect, network, and build genuine relationships within the beauty community. Join me every week as me and my special guests reveal the keys to success and longevity in the beauty industry, and most importantly, have fun while doing it. You ready? Hey, what's up? It's your best friend in beauty, Akua Robinson. Welcome back to another episode of the Friends in Beauty Podcast. I'm so happy to have you here, and I hope you're listening to this episode in high spirits and in good health. If you are a friend in beauty, I welcome you to join the Friends in Beauty Facebook community. If you're looking for a community of like-minded, ambitious friends in beauty to virtually connect with, network, and share resources, then click the link down below in the show description to join the Friends in Beauty Facebook community, and I'll be there to welcome you with open arms. Also, follow Friends in Beauty on all social media platforms at Friends in Beauty. What I like to do is something called the Friends in Beauty Friday feature, where every Friday I spotlight a different friend in beauty and their accomplishments. So no matter how big or small you think it is, I want to shout you out and I want to send you some good vibes. So if you're interested in being spotlighted, all you have to do is use the hashtag FIB Friday feature and tag Friends in Beauty on something that you have accomplished, and I'll share it with the Friends in Beauty community. Additionally, the Friends of Beauty podcast is available on several platforms. We're on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Google, YouTube, you name it, we are there. And whatever platform you are listening from right now, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into the Friends of Beauty podcast. I really, truly appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And I would appreciate it even further if you took the time to leave a 5-star rating, a review, subscribe, comment, share, like, whatever you have to do to tell me how you feel about the Friends in Beauty podcast. I would really, really appreciate it. Also, click the link down below in the show description too to join the Friends in Beauty mailing list tribe. My mailing list tribe is the first to know about all things Friends in Beauty, and I send out different resources throughout the week. So if that's something that you're interested in, then join us over there. And lastly, share this podcast. Share the Friends in Beauty podcast with your other friends in beauty, your family, your friends, whoever you think can benefit from the information that is being shared. Share away. And lastly, I said lastly before, but I forgot to mention that I need to mention that tomorrow, January 21st, I will be doing another Friends in Beauty Clubhouse room, and I'm inviting Shawntia, Maria to talk about all things trademark. So if that's something that you are interested in and you need to learn how to protect your brand, join us over on Clubhouse, okay? Now, on this episode of the Friends in Beauty podcast, I want to share with you an easy way to filter the type of clients that you work with. Now, this is in most situations. So in most situations, this one thing can either attract the wrong type of clients to your business, or it can attract the right clients, the ones that you are excited to work with, the ones that are aligned and just become your loyal go-to clients, your faves, okay? You want to know what that is? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you're wondering, like, what is she talking about? What is an easy way to filter the type of clients that I work with? Is it the products in my kit? Is it the type of camera that I shoot with? Is it the pictures that I post? It's none of those things. So an easy way to filter the type of clients that you work with is actually your rate, what you charge. So it doesn't matter if you're a makeup artist, if you're a model and you have your rates, if you have your photographer, if you're a photographer and you have your rates. Your rate is an easy way to just filter out clients, like the ones that you want to work with and the ones that you don't want to work with. Now, this topic went super viral last week on the gram, okay? The Shade Room reposted a tweet from a young lady. I didn't even know who she was. I had to do some digging to find out who she was. But I still don't really know who she is for real. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But the Shade Room reposted a tweet from this young lady that said, and I feel like she's a celebrity because she has like a lot of followers, like 6 million followers or something like that on Instagram. But she said in a tweet, if you charge over $150 to do a face of makeup, you can go to hell, respectfully. Like, those were her words, and the comments lit up. And I kept seeing like stuff either on Clubhouse, Instagram, just people talking about it in their stories. And I was like, what are they talking about? Like, what is going on? Like, obviously something is going on. And I happened to find the post. Now, the Shade Room has 21.7 million followers on Instagram. So, of course, the word was going to spread really, really quick. Now, rates, for some strange reason in the beauty industry, is a really, really touchy subject that beauty pros are normally very hush-hush about until last week when everybody wanted to chime in and give their opinions and everything like that. So, in my opinion and my experience too, your rate definitely filters out the type of clients you want to work with. Like whether you have a low rate or a high rate. So if you have a low rate, from what I've experienced with, starting out on the low end with my rate, is the people, like when I had a low rate, I realized the type of people that I was working with, they wanted the most. They were the ones that was going to milk you for that little bit of money that you were charging. They wanted the most. Those were the ones that showed up late. Those are the ones that will cancel on you last minute because they didn't really invest that much anyway. Like if you're paying $20, $25, $50 for your makeup, I could lose $50. Like I was having like the most craziest time when I had a low rate. But when I upped my rate, I had clients that were respecting my time. They were very simple. They knew what they wanted. They were business women that I could connect with and learn from, and I enjoyed being around. And they became like some of my favorite clients. Like the clients that I had versus the clients that I had when I had a lower rate versus the ones that I have now with me charging more are definitely like my favorite people in the whole world. I'm like so excited when they call me to do their makeup because I just learned so much from them. And then the clients that I have now with my rate being higher, they are truly like aspirational people that I just love being around them because like I said, I learned so much. They give me resources to help me in my business and all of that. And I remember I used to get so upset. Like before I get into that, let's just be clear that no matter what you charge, whether you charge $20 or $50 and you charge $150 and up, it's always going to be somebody that says it's going to be too much. Like if you charge $50, I guarantee you the artists that charge $50 still get people in their email or their DM saying, oh my God, $50? Like, why are you charging $50? That's too much. Like, I literally had a client, oh my God, I just thought about this. Not even a client. I had somebody inquire about my services in my DM. And when I told her my rate, she was like, dang, I should find exactly. I can't even go to my DMs right now. I would never be able to find it because I don't even know who she is. But she said something to the effect of like, oh my gosh. Like it was the way, the tone of it was like, ooh, oh gosh, no, or something like that. It was very funny to me. I thought it was funny. But let's just be clear. Like no matter what you charge, you could charge $1 and somebody would be like, oh my God, $1. But you're a new makeup artist. Why are you charging $1? It should be free. Like it really does not matter. But I really used to get so upset. So I'm really proud of my growth that I can laugh at it now when people say, oh my God, that's too much or whatever, because I really don't care. Like I'm being nice about it. I wouldn't say I really don't give a F, but I really don't care. I used to get so upset and I'd be like, oh my God, I really don't charge that much. And you're at the point, sometimes I believe when you have a lower rate, you're at the point where you're kind of like starting out. So you're just eager to take clients and you just want to, work on somebody sometimes. So I'm like, dang, I really want these clients, but they don't think that I charge a good rate. I used to get so upset about it, but not so much anymore. And that's why I advise my students now that I'm on the other side of things. I advise my students not to start off with a rate that is super duper low because you will definitely lose a lot of people. So if you start off with a low rate and then you charge, something that's double that or triple that, you will lose a lot of clients, and that's totally fine. Like you want to lose them. That's totally fine. But it is kind of hard to just make that jump. So I always advise them, don't start off with something that is super duper low. Now, I feel like your rates will do two things. They'll either attract or repel, and it doesn't matter what you charge. So where your rate is either attracting or repelling. Like whether you charge $50 right now or $150 is either attracting or repelling. So if you have a low rate, then you're attracting a certain quality of people and you're repelling a certain quality of people too. So in my opinion, if you're charging something like, and this is no shade at all, this is just a conversation. If you're charging something like $45, that's something that a college student can afford. That's something that a teenager actually can afford. If they have a job, they can afford $45. So, and then on the opposite end, it's going to repel people who are like business minded and bosses, because if they see a low rate, they're going to think that something is wrong. They're used to paying a certain amount to get their makeup done. So if they see $45, they're like, no, this person, I see her work looks good, but it's probably something not right about it. And if you charge a high rate, it's going to attract those people who are looking or are expecting a certain quality or certain luxury that comes with, you know, that price tag. And then it's going to repel those people who maybe can't afford it, or, you know, maybe can't afford it, or maybe glam and makeup is not that serious to them for them to pay $150 and up. No matter where your rate is right now, it's either attracting or repelling. So it doesn't matter if you got a low rate or a high rate. Now, I'm pretty sure that when this post came out, it was probably like 3 type of people who had their wheels turning, or three type of people who responded to this. Now, I feel like that first person was either like the artist that had to defend why they charge $150 and up. They were in the comments. They was going off, defending our honor as beauty pros. We appreciate you. That's one person. Second person is probably the artist who doesn't charge $150 and felt like, dag, maybe I shouldn't raise my rate, or they felt justified that their rate wasn't as high, or maybe they want to raise their rate, but now they feel bad that, you know, this debate is going on and, you know, people are talking badly about high rates. And then the last person is the artist or the beauty pro who realized that this conversation right here does not apply to them at all. I'm pretty sure those are the 3 people that when they came across that shade room thing, they were either like defending it, felt like their rate was justified, or they shouldn't raise their rate anymore. And then the person who was like, this ain't a topic for me, I'm out of here. Because the thing is, when you're clear on the type of client that you serve, you know that this is not your battle at all. You don't even have to entertain those conversations at all. And no matter what you charge, you don't need to justify it to anybody. Whether you charge $50 or you charge $250, it's not up for an explanation. You don't need to break down every aspect of your business or your life to justify why you charge what you charge. Your rate is your rate, and that's what it is. Either they're going to pay it or they're not going to pay it. And either way, it works for you, whether they pay it or not. Either way is going to work in your favor. And I learned to not take things personally. If they choose not to pay, it's not my job to judge. It's not your job to judge them. It's not my job, and it's not your job to judge the person who cannot pay your rate. I don't know their lifestyle. I'm not counting their coins or nothing like that. A lot of people are just very uneducated on, you know, this industry or what goes into this industry and what goes into the rates that we charge. So their opinion is based off of what they know or what they've experienced. Maybe they had an amazing makeup artist who charged $50. So when they come across somebody that's $150, it's like, well, I can go over here and get this for $50. And then that comes the conversation of, you know, the beauty industry being more united, because then conversations like this wouldn't be happening at the pace that is happening or getting the response that it's getting, because that would be like the industry standard, but we don't have anything like that. So maybe that's where their opinion is coming from. There are a lot of factors that go into why someone charges what they charge. It could be their expenses, it could be their overhead, their experience, their lifestyle investments, okay? A lot of things. Plus, some people know their worth, and some people don't know their worth, and they charge accordingly. That's how I look at it. Some people know, okay, this is my worth. I'm going to charge 150 plus or whatever. And then there's some people who don't know their worth and they don't charge accordingly. So there could be an amazing makeup artist out here who's charging a low rate because they don't know their worth. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge artists who charge lesser rates because it could be that. It could be that they don't know their worth, or they might be just scared to, take that leap because they might feel like they might not get any clients. Whatever the reason is, I don't judge because I have to pay my bills on my own. I don't have to pay their bills. So they can charge whatever they want. Whatever you charge, though, don't allow outside influences to make you feel bad or to make you second guess or justify yourself. Don't work with people who don't see your value. At the end of the day, don't work with them. Don't be discouraged at all. Who is for you will find you no matter what rate you charge. They won't debate about your rate. They'll pay your deposit as soon as you send it. Like, it's going to be lit. And people pay for what they value. So the same way we look at other material possessions, it's the same way. There are a lot of people who don't value glam. Like, makeup is not a thing for them. They don't really care to, invest in that. But it is people who like, oh no, I need to invest in my glam because I need it to be on point and I need it to be right. It's just like if you see a certain pair of shoes in the store and you look at the price tag, it might be, too expensive for you, but for somebody else, it might be right in their budget. I don't judge at all. I know that who's for me is for me. They're going to find me. They're going to pay my rate and all that good stuff. You are valuable, and what you do is valuable to someone. So continue to show up and recognize that what you do is a luxury service. If your rate makes you happy, that's all that matters. That is all that matters at the end of the day. And you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. All this conversation made me want to do, though, to be honest, I am a 150 plus artist. I'm proud of it. All this conversation made me want to do is raise my rate. I'm so serious. Because I'm looking at the comments. I'm seeing people like, yeah, I charge way more than that. I'm like, shoot, like a girl needs to raise her rate. And I hope it makes you want to raise your rate too, because we are coming for all the coins in 2021, and we are coming for all the clients who value what we do, okay? We are here for it. So I hope this episode, this conversation was helpful. I hope that it uplifts. I got to get my words together because I really want you to hear this. I hope that it uplifts someone. I sent out something similar to this to my email list, and I got a response from one of my old students that was just like, thank you so much for sharing this. Like, this really, really helped me today, because there are a lot of people who really got discouraged from that comment. But that comment didn't do nothing but start a conversation and made me want to raise my rate, okay? Just because I want to be clear that I want to repel people who even, think like that. But I do think it's a good way to, start the conversation, educate people on, the topic. And it definitely got the beauty pros talking. There were celebrity makeup artists who I admire that weighed in on the conversation, which I really appreciate. And people like that, imagine the celebrity makeup artists, those kind of conversations don't even faze them, don't even apply to them, because when you're out here and people are paying you $150 plus to do their makeup, then that doesn't apply to you, that person's obviously not talking to you. Because if hell is where the $150 resides, I guess a lot of us are in hell because people are paying us this rate. So if you are afraid to, raise your rate for whatever reason, a lot of the times, I know what made me feel comfortable and justified me to myself. I wasn't trying to justify it to anybody else, but when I started to invest in myself, when I started to invest in my artistry, my skill set, my business, the type of investments that I've made and the type of recurring payments that I have, the type of items that I have in my kit, I really feel like I should be charging more now. It really got me to thinking like, dang, I need to go back to the drawing board and really figure this thing out. So yeah, I invite you to do the same. Let's raise our rates in 2021 and keep the conversation going. Next tweet that we see years from now is it's going to be like, oh my God, $200 plus, you could go to hell. Okay, we try to raise the standard in the beauty industry. But anywho, let me go ahead and get out of here. I will talk to you next week in another episode of the Frenzy Beauty Podcast. Bye. Thanks for listening to the Friends in Beauty Podcast. Don't forget, sharing is caring. Share this episode with at least one friend in beauty, and subscribe, rate, and review on Apple Podcasts so that other friends in beauty can find this show. Plus, we'd love to hear your feedback. Connect with us on all social media platforms at Friends in Beauty, #Friends in Beauty to join the conversation, and join our Friends in Beauty Facebook community to stay connected. Talk to you soon.